All right, you probably heard about Texas Governor Abbott. He bans the COVID-19 vaccine mandates, including private employees also. And this video may get taken down. You guys probably, if you've been viewing my channel, you notice that they've been targeting my channel pretty hard here this last couple of weeks. Executive Order GA-40, it says, in yet another instance of the federal overreach, the Biden administration is now bullying many private entities into imposing COVID-19 vaccine mandates, causing workforce disruption that threatens Texas's continuing recovery. Okay, I'm gonna read you a little bit of this. It says Texas Greg Abbott on Monday issued another executive order cracking down on COVID-19 vaccine mandates, this time banning any entity in Texas, including private businesses, from requiring vaccinations for employees or customers. Here go what Greg Abbott said. He said the COVID-19 vaccine is safe, effective, and our best defense against the virus, but should always remain voluntary and never forced, he said in a tweet announcing his latest order. Oh, great. And as you can see on Southwest Airlines, flights are being canceled. A lot of flights. It says the airline has now canceled nearly 2,000 flights nationwide, according to the Traffic Flight Aware. But you see the tweet, it said it was reported cancellation due to severe weather, the military training, and so forth. But I'm going to let you listen to what Josh said. Check this out.
It's going to bring the airline industry to its knees. They can't operate with a 10% loss of their work groups currently. This affects the consumer. You know, we don't just fly people. We fly organs. We fly blood for hospitals, medical equipment, fresh food. This is going to affect your economy. It's going to affect your lifestyle, and it's going to affect the markets. It is a big deal.
All right, I'm going to let you listen to some of Rand Paul's statement here on the Senate floor. Like I said, this video probably get deleted, so go ahead and share it. I'm going to just let you listen to some of it. And I'm also, if I remember, I put a link below of the whole speech. But check it out and tell me what you think.
We have people who have so politicized science that there are people struggling and dying every day because they've never heard about monoclonal antibodies. We have people dying every day because the government, at the behest of Dr. Fauci and a few other people, have said you can't get monoclonal antibodies if you're in the hospital. I talk to people every day who really have not yet heard of monoclonal antibodies, who get COVID again after being fully vaccinated or sometimes not being vaccinated and are not getting the treatment. Because Dr. Fauci says if you're in the hospital, you don't get it. And so we have medicine that is coming from on high, from a central authority like the Politburo, and doctors are afraid to prescribe. This has never happened in our country before. Doctors were able to make their own decisions based on their own experience, based on studies, based on real-life examples, but using their own discretion. Now doctors are afraid to prescribe monoclonal antibodies, and many of them are disallowed from prescribing it in the inpatient. Realize the ridiculous nature of that. You're in the emergency room, you're sick and you're coughing, you might be dying from COVID. You get to the emergency room, you don't know what to say, you can barely talk. Your spouse has to be able to tell the doctor, please stop in the emergency room. Give them the monoclonal antibodies before they're admitted, because once they're admitted, we won't treat them. It's the same way with symptoms. You have to have symptoms within the first 10 days. If you don't have symptoms, if you're on day 11, you won't get monoclonal antibodies. It's completely arbitrary, it's capricious, and it has to do with government-mandated guidelines.
Wow, that's pretty bad. We have to be doctors now. I'm no doctor. I ain't giving nobody no advice, but that's kind of bad. We would have to tell them what to do. That's crazy.
The only mask that really works of any real value is the N95 mask. The surgical masks have some value, but not very much. Most of the air is going around the mask. They just aren't of value, but you have to submit. The man's telling you to do it. You got to do what you got to do. But the thing is when you tell people something's safe, they tend to react to that and have behavior, and in their behavior, they're in favor of something that may well actually be risky behavior for them. The vaccinations, because we ignore natural immunity, we directed the vaccine to the wrong people and still are. So for example, because of Dr. Fauci's lead, India is accepting his lead as well. In India, there's not enough vaccine. They have 1 billion people. They can't vaccinate enough people fast enough. So if you have 1 billion people and you have 200 million doses of vaccine, who do you think you should give it to? Should you give it to the 10-year-old the same as the 85-year-old? No, that's ridiculous. But what about two 65-year-olds, and one of them's had COVID and one of them hasn't? The studies are plentiful. The studies are throughout that say that if you've already had it, you have natural immunity to COVID, as good or better than the vaccine. Do you think it makes good public health policy to say that everybody that's 65 should get it, instead of saying, have you had it? Why don't we check you for antibodies if you think you've had it? Maybe you should wait until we've vaccinated every 65-year-old that doesn't have immunity. These are real things. These are real discussions. But if you have these, unless it's on the Senate floor, actually that's not even true. You can say this on the Senate floor and YouTube will take it down. I've had it happen. I've given speeches on the floor that YouTube takes down.
Wow. All right, thanks for watching and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, share this video. It probably get deleted or banned. So I'm just telling you guys, showing you guys what I see. Maybe you haven't seen this or not. But again, subscribe to my channel and have a great day and enjoy life. You only live once.